Hi, this is Heidi from Garden Crossings, and I was contacted by the Giraffe tool company to do a review of their stainless steel garden hose reel. So this is really the first time I've had the opportunity to do this, so I'm looking forward to testing out this new product and just kind of giving you my feedback on how easy it was to install. We're going to use it in the garden, and we're going to be using it up here at the Northern Michigan Lake House. So where we're at right now, we put a shed down here by the lake, but we really didn't have a good place to keep or store a hose. So what we've been doing right now is just kind of creating a little pile of the hose and kind of setting it out in the woods a little bit so it's out of the way. So I think this hose reel came at a perfect time. So we're looking forward to digging into this box and getting this thing assembled and showing you how to use it. Nice packaging so far. Bunch of pieces down here in the box, so I want to make for sure I have everything we're going to need. The handle. Oh, here's the nice brass attachments there for the hose. That's nice and quality. And it's stainless steel, so it's not going to rust. So that should hold up really well out in the elements, because obviously your hose reel is going to be outdoors. It's not going to be inside. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to get into the instructions and find out what we need to do, how we need to hook this up. What our plan is for this hose reel is, let me set these things down a second here. What we're going to do is, we just put up this garden shed here, and right now what we're currently doing is we are hauling water from up at the house just on a hose that sits in the grass all the way down to this spot here. So what our plan is if we can like bury a hose in the ground and then hook it up to this hose reel, then that will create, you know, the mess off the lawn, so we don't have to worry about when we're mowing or anything. And this will help keep the hose tidy, because right now, once it gets down here by the shed, we have it just kind of spooled in a little pile on the ground, and we have to re-pile it up every time. So this is going to keep that area looking nice and tidy. And the thing I like about this too is we have underground here on the property, but you know, with gardens and stuff, oftentimes you have to do some spot watering. So this will be great for when we go to the gardens and do some spot watering. Just, you know, unroll the hose, water, reel it back up again, and keep the area looking nice. Another thing too is we're by the water, so I often like to have the kids, when they get out of the water, spray off. So with this sitting here nicely, we can keep the hose always down here looking good, reeled up when we don't need it, unreeled when we do, and let the kids clean off after they get out of the water as well. So let's go ahead, let's figure this out and put this thing together. All right, so there's some assembly required here. It's a pretty easy process, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to assemble the crank reel handle. So basically that fits onto that brass fitting there. It's just a screw that they provide, along with an Allen wrench that they provide. So basically you just gotta screw that little screw in there and get it on there nice and tight. The handle sheath down there is allows for a firm grip, so easy when you're cranking those heavy hoses, and it just, yeah, it really spins nicely there. So that's step one, is just getting the handle crank put on, and then let's head over to the next step. Step two is assembling the guide system regulator. So basically you just take this little plastic cap here and put it on like so. And then we'll just take a couple screws and screw those in, again with the Allen wrench that was provided. The next step is screwing the leader hose here into this brass connection, which on ours it was already assembled, so we just need to tighten it in to make sure that it's nice and snug so that it doesn't leak, which Rod's already done that. We got the hose reel installed. We had to run up to the hardware store and buy some new anchors or screws to get it to hook into the wood. The ones that came with it were for cement, and that didn't work and wasn't going to work here in the wood how we wanted to install this. So it's installed now, and I'm going to have Rod show us how this works. So instead of having the pile there, we nicely can have this hose all twisted up here on the back of the shed. So as he's winding it up, there's a guide there that's taking the hose from left to right and from right to left. That way it's evenly dispersed here on the hose reel. So that's pretty nice. And then once he gets it all nice and reeled up, the nozzle just nicely sits there. And yeah, this has been really nice because this way the green hose is going to get out of here. And now we've got the black hose all reeled up, nice and tidy and off the ground. So one thing I want to say is the hose and the nozzle do not come with this hose reel. That's something we just picked up at the local hardware store. So that's something you'll need in addition to the hose reel if you're looking to do this. But we've been happy with how it's worked so far. It's worked out nice, and nice just getting the hose off the ground and tidied up here at the end at the back side of the deck. This is Heidi from Garden Crossings.